The end of the cigarette glows like a tiny, malevolent eye in the fading light. With each inhalation, a quiet act of violence unfolds. A searing wave of smoke laden with thousands of chemicals rushes into the delicate, branching corridors of your lungs. It feels like a simple, familiar ritual, a moment of pause in a busy day. But this moment is deceptive. It is not a pause. It is an attack. This is not just a habit that has taken root in your daily routine. It is a slow-motion poison, a gathering storm that builds its destructive power with every single puff you take. You may not feel the full extent of the damage at first. The body is resilient and works hard to compensate for the harm being done. In the early days or years of smoking, you might only notice a slight cough in the morning. You might feel a little more winded after climbing a flight of stairs. It is easy to dismiss these signs as trivial. But beneath the surface, a war is being waged. The smoke is altering the very fabric of your body, cell by cell, breath by breath. It is a debt that you are accumulating. One day, the bill will inevitably come due. This process is insidious because it is gradual. Each cigarette seems like a small, insignificant event, but these events compound. Think of it like a steady drip of water on a stone. A single drop does nothing. 1,000 drops leave a faint mark. Millions of drops will eventually wear a hole straight through the stone. Smoking works in the same way, steadily eroding your health and vitality from the inside out. The good news, the incredible news, is that you have the power to stop the drip. You can turn off the faucet. The moment you do, your body begins the long and rewarding process of healing itself. This essay is not meant to simply frighten you. Fear can paralyze. The goal here is to be honest and clear about the risks, but more importantly, to illuminate the powerful path to recovery that is available to you. The damage from smoking is real, and it is severe. But the body's capacity for repair is just as real. It is truly astonishing. Hope is not just a vague feeling. It is a biological reality. The moment you decide to quit, you are choosing hope. You are choosing to give your body the chance to fight back. You are choosing to rebuild. Let's talk about your lungs. Picture them not as simple bags, but as intricate, beautiful trees. The trunk is your windpipe, and it branches out into smaller and smaller limbs, ending in clusters of tiny, delicate leaves. These leaves are the air sacs, or alveoli. They are where the magic happens, where the oxygen you breathe passes into your blood, and where carbon dioxide is removed. These sacs are supposed to be soft, pink, and incredibly flexible, like the finest silk. They are built for the gentle, life-giving exchange of air. Smoking introduces a fire to this delicate forest, scorching everything in its path. The smoke from a cigarette is not just smoke, it is a toxic cocktail. It contains tar, a thick, black, and sticky substance. Imagine pouring a spoonful of molasses into a brand new sponge. The tar from cigarettes does something similar to your lungs. Diagram: healthy airway versus smoker's airway with tar-coated cilia. This sticky layer paralyzes the tiny hair-like structures called cilia. These cilia are your lungs' janitors, constantly sweeping mucus, dust, and germs upward and out of your airways. When they are immobilized by tar, this cleaning system grinds to a halt. Debris and mucus build up, creating a breeding ground for infections. This is why smokers often suffer from chronic bronchitis and are more susceptible to pneumonia. Over time, this constant irritation and inflammation cause lasting damage. The walls of the delicate air sacs begin to break down. They lose their stretchiness and their shape, forming larger, inefficient pockets instead of the tiny, effective clusters they once were. This condition is called emphysema. It means your lungs become less efficient at their primary job. They can no longer absorb enough oxygen. This is why simple activities, like walking to the mailbox or playing with a grandchild, can leave a long-term smoker feeling desperately out of breath. It is not a lack of fitness. It is a physical breakdown of the lung tissue itself. The visible sign of this internal struggle is the smoker's cough. This is not a normal cough. It is the body's desperate last-ditch effort to clear the thick, stagnant mucus that the paralyzed cilia can no longer handle. It is often worse in the morning after a night of mucus accumulating in the airways. While it may seem like just an annoyance, that persistent rattling cough is an alarm bell. It is your lungs screaming for help, telling you that they are being overwhelmed by the daily onslaught of toxins. They are drowning in the byproducts of the slow burn, and they are losing the fight. While your lungs are on the front lines of the battle against smoke, your heart and blood vessels are under a silent, relentless siege. Every time you inhale cigarette smoke, nicotine are absorbed into your bloodstream within seconds. Nicotine acts as a powerful stimulant. It instantly signals your body to release adrenaline, the fight-or-flight hormone. Your heart beats faster. Blood pressure spikes, like constantly revving a car's engine into the red zone. Over time, that chronic stress wears the engine down. Simultaneously, carbon monoxide, the same poison found in car exhaust, floods your system. CO binds to red blood cells far more strongly than oxygen. It effectively shoves oxygen out of the way, taking its place. Less oxygen reaches every organ, most critically, the heart muscle. The heart must pump harder and faster to compensate. A cruel paradox. It needs more oxygen, while the smoke robs it of fuel. The damage doesn't stop there. Chemicals in smoke corrode the inner lining of arteries, the endothelium. The lining should be smooth and slick. Smoking makes it rough and sticky. Damage creates sites where deposits can accumulate. This process is called atherosclerosis. Plaques build up over years, narrowing and stiffening arteries. Like a slow clog in home pipes, restricting flow until pressure causes a burst. That leads to catastrophic cardiovascular events. If a plaque in a coronary artery ruptures, a clot can form on its surface. If the clot fully blocks the artery, blood supply to part of the heart is cut off. That muscle begins to die. This is a heart attack. The same process in a brain artery causes a stroke. For a smoker, heart attack risk is 2 to 4 times higher than a non-smoker. It's a silent squeeze, tightening with every cigarette, pushing you toward a life-altering or life-ending event. The ultimate cost of smoking is measured in time. It is measured in the moments you will miss, the experiences you will not have, and the years that are stolen from your life. The data on this is not ambiguous. It is stark and unequivocal. Think about what a decade means. It is enough time to see a child graduate from college, to welcome a grandchild into the world, to travel, to learn a new skill, or to simply enjoy the quiet moments of retirement. Smoking puts that entire decade, and often more, at profound risk. This shortened lifespan is the cumulative result of all the damage we have discussed. It is the end point of failing lungs, a stressed heart, and diseased arteries. But it is also about cancer. Cigarette smoke contains at least 70 chemicals known to cause cancer. While lung cancer is the most well-known, smoking is a major cause of cancers of the mouth, throat, esophagus, bladder, kidney, pancreas, stomach, and cervix. It is a systemic poison that promotes the uncontrolled growth of cells throughout your body. Beyond mortality, smoking severely impacts your quality of life in the years you do have. The chronic diseases it causes lead to a slow decline in health and independence. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which includes emphysema and chronic bronchitis, can eventually leave you dependent on an oxygen tank, unable to perform even the simplest daily tasks without struggling for breath. The aftermath of a heart attack or stroke can mean a lifetime of medication, disability, and a constant fear of another event. Smoking does not just shorten your life, it can fill your later years with sickness, pain, and dependence. This may all sound incredibly grim, and it is. The reality of smoking is not pleasant, but it is crucial to understand that this is not a fixed destiny. It is a trajectory that you have the power to change. The clock is ticking, but you can reset it. Let's talk about Sarah. At 42, Sarah had been smoking a pack a day for over 2 decades. It started in college. The cigarettes became part of her routine. Morning coffee, the drive to work, stressful meetings, the porch before bed. She was a mother of 2. Her youngest, Leo, was 8.
"Mommy, why do you cough so much?" he'd ask.
The turning point came on a crisp autumn afternoon. Leo scored his first soccer goal.
He ran to the sidelines beaming, "Mom, did you see?"
But Sarah had missed it. She was behind the bleachers, shivering, rushing through a cigarette. When she returned, the moment was gone. Guilt hit her like a physical blow. That night, she decided to quit. She threw away her last pack of cigarettes. She threw away her lighters. She threw away the ashtray from the porch. The first few days were agonizing. She felt irritable. She felt restless. The cravings felt like a constant nagging scream in her mind. She chewed carrot sticks until her jaw ached. She went for long, brisk walks whenever the urge hit. She told her family. Leo became her biggest cheerleader. He drew pictures of healthy lungs. He left notes by her coffee maker. Slowly, things began to change. A week in, her morning coffee tasted richer. After a month, she could climb 2 flights of stairs without getting winded. She joined Leo for a run around the soccer field. Her chronic cough faded away. She felt like she was waking up from a foggy dream. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. For someone quitting smoking, that first step is making it through the first 24 hours. This period is often the most challenging, physically and mentally. Your body begins to react to the absence of nicotine, but it's also a period of rapid positive change. Healing doesn't wait for weeks or months. It starts within minutes of your last cigarette. Within just 20 minutes of your final puff, your body begins to recalibrate. Your heart rate and blood pressure start to fall. Circulation in your hands and feet begins to improve. They may feel a bit warmer. These are signs your cardiovascular system is breathing a sigh of relief. This is your body's first taste of freedom from nicotine. After about 8 hours, carbon monoxide in your blood begins to fall dramatically. Carbon monoxide hijacks red blood cells, reducing oxygen delivery. As CO clears, your blood's oxygen capacity returns to normal. More oxygen can reach your heart, your brain, and other vital organs. You may not feel it consciously, but it's reversing the suffocation smoking causes. By the 24-hour mark, you've crossed a major milestone. Your immediate risk of a heart attack has already started to decline. Removing the acute strain of cigarettes lowers that risk. This first day is a battle. After you conquer the first day, the healing continues to accelerate, bringing noticeable and encouraging improvements. The timeline of recovery is a powerful testament to the body's resilience. 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. At the 1-week mark, you might experience one of the most pleasant surprises of quitting. The return of your senses. The thousands of chemicals in smoke dull the nerve endings in your nose and mouth. Food tastes more vibrant. Your sense of smell becomes sharper. The world becomes a more flavorful, fragrant place. During this first week, your lungs begin a major spring cleaning. The cilia, tiny hairs paralyzed by tar, start to wake and move. They sweep out accumulated mucus and debris from your airways. You may cough more than when you smoked. Alarming, but productive. Fast forward to 1 month after your last cigarette. Improvements deepen. Lung function has likely improved significantly. You'll notice less shortness of breath and coughing. Climbing stairs will feel easier. Carrying groceries will feel easier. Your overall energy may increase as circulation and oxygenation improve. Former smokers often feel renewed vitality. They are thriving, not just surviving. The 1-year anniversary of your quit day is a monumental health achievement. Your risk of coronary heart disease is cut in half. Your lungs have made substantial repairs. Coughing and congestion decrease dramatically. We have walked through the dark landscape of what smoking does to the body. We have detailed the damage to your lungs, the strain on your heart, the years it can steal from your life. It is a frightening picture, and it is meant to be. But we have also seen the incredible light of hope. We have followed Sarah's journey back to health and traced the amazing timeline of the body's recovery, starting just minutes after the last cigarette. The damage is real, but the healing is just as real. The choice between these two paths is yours to make, and it can begin right now, in this very moment. Quitting is hard. Let's be perfectly clear about that. Nicotine addiction is powerful. It rewires parts of your brain to demand the drug. The path to becoming a non-smoker is rarely a straight line. Many people try several times before they succeed for good. Do not let the fear of failure stop you from trying. Every attempt is a learning experience. Every hour you go without a cigarette is a victory. The goal is not perfection, the goal is persistence. Be kind to yourself during this process. You are fighting a difficult battle, and you deserve support, not judgment. Make it simple. Make it manageable. Your first step could be to simply pick a date. Choose your quit day. Write it on your calendar. Then talk to someone. A friend, a family member, your doctor.